UConn is talking Big 12 possibilities to its football recruits. And NCAA President Charlie Baker once again says there needs to be a federal solution to the NIL problem. Welcome to episode 243 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Flugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please subscribe to our ever-growing channel. Smash the like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. Let's get right to it. Let's not waste any more time from the Boston Globe. Stan Grossfeld taking along the listening tour of the new NCAA President Charlie Baker. This is the right place for me. We're not going to be going through the whole article here in the Boston Globe. There will be a link provided in the description below. Baker, a Republican, has already spent 12 days in Washington in his new post. His top priority is to get name, image, and likeness regulations passed by Congress. There needs to be a federal solution to this, or the NCAA needs to put a solution in place with its membership and its conferences, he says, because the way it works now isn't fair to anybody. It really isn't. So Charlie Baker, there needs to be a federal solution, or his own organization, the NCAA, needs to put a solution in place with all of its membership and its conferences. It's a tough job. It's a very tough job in this environment. The Supreme Court ruled unanimously in June 2021 that the NCAA could not prohibit student athletes from making money off their own name, image, and likeness. That created a chaotic Wild West situation with states passing their own laws. So the Supreme Court ruled basically saying this: you have to treat student athletes the same way you treat the students. Students are able to make money off their name, image, and likeness. So can the student athletes. And finally, in this article, Baker calls the NIL situation a mess. He wants certification of agents, uniform contracts, and a registry of deals. You can't have 50 states doing 50 different things in this mad race to the bottom, he said. I've also had reporters who cover college sports who tell me they don't write stories about NIL. Not anymore, because they can't believe anything anybody says to them. I mean, that's how opaque and almost mythological this whole thing, this whole huge issue, this mess has become. NIL, Charlie Baker on a listening tour saying there's two ways we can go about this: a federal solution, or the NCAA has to create its own solution with all of its members. The problem is its members are so diverse in how big they are, the size of all these schools in the FBS. Holy smokes. You have a lot of different athletic departments who don't make any money at all, even in football. So NIL, those rules, they would have to be different throughout all of its divisions within FBS football. So Charlie Baker is looking for an easier solution at his perspective, right? A federal solution. We'll see if we can get anything passed, but it's a tough road to hoe. It is a complete mess. Put down your thoughts and comments. Which way? How do we solve the NIL issue? Or do you believe there's no issue at all, that the Wild West should just continue in this college football landscape? You know how I feel here at Peek Around the Corner. I don't like the tampering issue. NIL, a lot of tampering going on with players committed, already on teams. They're not even have their names in the transfer portal, and then they get a call from an agent or from a collective, someone out from a different university, a different athletic department, someone representing a different football program. That can't continue to happen. That cannot continue to happen, or we're going to have major issues here in college football. Now let's get to the UConn story. From Joe Arruda, Hartford Courant, the UConn football program landed its highest rated recruit in the Jim Mora era on Thursday when Cole Reliever, a 6'6" quarterback from Texas, announced his decision to join the Huskies for 2024. Will Lever is the number 2,293 recruit in the ESPN Top 300 rankings for the class of 2024 and the number 12 quarterback in its class, given 4 stars by ESPN and 3 on 247 Sports, where he is ranked number 60 at his position. Will Lever chose UConn over offers from Colorado, Arizona State, Colorado State, Washington State, and others. Flying in to begin his tour's visit Tuesday, Will Lever fell in love with the area. By the time he left on Thursday, he knew he was a Husky. It's just nice up there, Will Lever told the Courant on Friday. The facilities are so nice. Everything about this school is super nice. Everyone is nice there. The offense at my school right now is literally the exact same thing that UConn runs. So I feel like there would be a good fit for me. And here comes the PATC money shot in this article. Will Lever, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing the young fella's name. Will Lever did say that the idea of UConn moving to the Big 12 Conference, a rumor that has resurfaced in recent weeks, was brought up on his visit. They were talking about the Big 12 moving to the Big 12, saying how if it does go through, how such a big deal that would be for all the players in the school. They were talking. UConn. Will Lever clarified that the Power 5 possibility served as merely a cherry on the top for his decision making. He was coming to UConn regardless. So let's keep that in mind. It was just the cherry on the top. The quarterback, the high school recruit, top 300 ESPN quarterback recruit for 2024. He was coming to UConn regardless, but he did give us a bit of information that UConn, the football program, he didn't say who specifically, discussed the possibility of UConn going to the Big 12. Will Lever said that most of his conversations with Mora typically happened with a plate of food in front of him. A lunch or dinner, and the culture was the main topic. He was talking. He was just talking about how the culture here is like out of this world and how all of the players are here to work, here to win, and they're just building this program back up, Will Lever said. And then finally, the UConn football program continues to gain attention on a national level as Moore readies his second season as head coach. The Huskies went 6-6 in 2022 regular season to earn a bowl bid, eventually losing to Marshall in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. It was the program's first bowl appearance since 2015, the first season with more than 2 wins than 2017. Jim Mora, one heck of a job at UConn last year, trying to build on that. Gets himself a top 300 ESPN recruit, a quarterback, and that quarterback says that UConn was discussing the possibility of UConn getting into the Big 12. They were talking to him in his recruit at UConn. I think that's worthwhile to bring up. So UConn is using, now you use every advantage you can get in the recruiting battles. But I find it interesting that UConn, at least the football program, at least Jim Mora, now it didn't say specifically Jim Mora was talking to the Big 12 with Will Lever, this quarterback recruit. It didn't specifically say Mora, but somebody at UConn was telling this young man that the possibility of UConn going to the Big 12, it would help the football players, the program. So the UConn football program is definitely in favor of UConn going to a Power 5 conference. Put down your comments and thoughts in the comments section below the video. Let me know, what Big 12? Is there a possibility that they will invite UConn depending on how the dominoes fall before them? Or is this just a leverage ploy by Big 12 in your MAC to get some Power 5 Pac-12 schools into the conference? Until next time, from all of us at PATC to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.